Okay, there we started. Okay, so this week we're going over lesson 9, null and alternative hypotheses. Um, we're going to go over the homework questions from the group project, the group meeting. So let's just go over, you do one, I do one, and we'll answer each other.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
cool.
Let's start number 3. He's asking if the hypothesis test consists of two hypotheses and the null of the hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis, and he's asking which one represent the status quo.
The
So we
status. Go
the
ahead.
status quo.
Go
The
ahead.
status quo. Yeah,
Oh,
and the answer will be the null hypothesis.
yeah, exactly. That's what I got.
Yep.
So, number 4, which hypothesis involves equality, which would also be the null hypothesis.
Verify.
All right.
It's talking about the p-value. Is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic that leads on the stream as one that was actually observed. And so it's asking, when computing this probability, which hypothesis do you assume to be true? And always it's going to be the null
The null
hypothesis.
hypothesis. Perfect. And then we'll use this next one for 6 through 8. Suppose null hypothesis is null hypothesis mu equals 10. Which of the following represents the alternative for a two-tailed test? It would be the second one, which is the null, or is the mu is not equal to 10.
Okay, and for number 7, which of the following represent the alternative hypothesis for left-tailed test? The answer will be less than 10.
Less than 10. All right, and then for number 8, the mu will be greater than 10 for a right-tailed test.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, let's go through number 9 now. It's asking about the outcome hypothesis test is determined by comparing the p-value to the level of significance. And so it's asking which relationship will result in a falling to reject the null hypothesis. And we will do that when p-value is greater than the level of significance.
Awesome. Yeah. And then the relationship where that would result in a rejecting a null hypothesis is when the p-value is less than the alpha.
Okay. And then we got a problem here. It's asking about the insurance company is reviewing his current policy rate. And when originally setting the rates, they believed that the average claim amount was $1,500. They're concerned that the true mean is actually higher than this. So for question number 11, which of the following will be the appropriate alternative hypothesis? It will be the average claim amount is greater than $1,500.
All right. And then which of the following is the appropriate null hypothesis? Is the average claim amount is equal to $1,500.
Then for question number 13, the insurance company randomly select 40 claims, and like 40, and calculate the sample means, which is 1,500. And so the insurance companies assume the distribution of the sample means is normal. Is this a good assumption? And we say yes.
Yes. Okay. And which theorem or law justifies the previous question? Would be the law of large numbers. At least that's what I got. I'm not sure.
I got the central limit theorem.
Okay. This one I've always gotten confused about, so I don't know if you could explain it why you got that one.
Well, I think I'm not really good at explaining kind of statistical study in English, but the central limit theorem is the one that will always allow us and these kind of hypotheses to better understand like those issues. So basically, just because it's like that central limit or the limit that is provided in the theorem is the one that makes us think like that.
Okay, makes sense. All right, and then 15. Well, it's your turn on 15.
I got C.
Z. Which of the following
Yeah.
is the test statistic? It got Z also.
Okay.
So for the next couple of questions, we'll be using this. It says the historical mean of sales receipts at a grocery store is $150 with a standard deviation of 40. The store manager suspects the average has decreased. She sets up a hypothesis test with the following hypothesis. The null hypothesis mu is equal to $150, and the alternative hypothesis mu is less than $150. She will use a level of significance of alpha equaling 0.05. She's taken the simple random sample of 36 sales receipts from the store and computes a X bar of $144 using information for questions 16 through 18. What is the z-score of the associated with the test? I got negative 0.9.
Yep, same with me.
Yeah. Is it negative?
And for number 7.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And for number 17, what's the p-value associated with the z-score? From the previous question, I got 184.
Yep, me too. And the what inference would be made from the null hypothesis of the problem? Failed to reject the null hypothesis. So it was actually she was wrong.
Okay. And there are two types of error that can be made when performing a hypothesis test. And for this one, we involve like type 1 error.
Yeah, number 19 is a type 1 error. Perfect. And then a researcher decides to, instead of using a significance of 0.5, he will use 0.1. Which of the following is true? And I put that the probability that the null hypothesis is true is, will increase. No, sorry.
Yeah. Is the probability of type 2 error will increase?
Type 2 error will increase.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, perfect.
Okay, and for the compute the probability of committing the type 1 error is just 0.05.
I'm so sorry.
So wouldn't it be 5%? The probability of committing the type 1 error would be 5, right?
Yep.
Like
It will be 5%.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I put 0.05 and I got it right. So.
You got 0.0. You put 0.05.
Yep.
Okay, 0.05. Okay, perfect. All right,
Okay.
Awesome. I think we did pretty good. I'm gonna submit mine right now too. Yeah, perfect. We got all 100 on that, so good to go. I think we did a pretty good job understanding it. So we'll see each other next week. Well, on Tuesday.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Perfect.
All right.
Hey,
Bye.
you too. See ya. Bye.